Hi there, my name is Will. Welcome to photographyquestions.com. Today I'm going to run over a couple of develop options in Adobe Lightroom 5 with you, namely the spot removal tool and the red eye correction tool. So here I have my image, it's ready to develop, and let's say I want to remove some spots. Now we'll just pick an area here at random, but what we have is a couple of different options for our brush. We have clone and we have heal. So firstly, let's start with clone. We have some options down here, some option sliders. Here we have size, so that this is the size of your brush. We have feather beneath that, and as you'll see on the brush, this gives you the feather, so hard edge on the left and softer edge on the right. And below that we have opacity, and that basically tells you how much of the view underneath is going to show through. So you can also increase or decrease the brush size by using the left and right bracket keys on your keyboard. So let's say we want to get rid of this line down here. What you want to do is select your size, click and drag, and then release. Now what Lightroom will do is it will select another spot for you to clone from. Now what clone does is it replaces exactly what it is you're selecting from. So whatever you select here on the left, it will replace with on the right. So if we deselect that, we can see that that line is gone, but it's left an unsightly line there. So if we increase our feather, it makes it marginally better, but not that great. If we move this, we can click and drag and move this to anywhere we want. If, say for example, we use this up here, this wall, it's obviously going to leave an unsightly white line there for us to see. So that's what the clone does. It literally clones one area to another. If we want to readjust this, by the way, we just click on this button here and we can adjust, or just hit the delete key and it will get rid of that. The other option we have here is the heal tool, which I tend to find a little more useful. What the heal tool does is it works differently to clone. It has the same options here, but it works differently to clone in that it will replace the texture but not the color. So say for example we go for that same line again, I drag that down, I can then move the slider, and as you can see we have a better looking clone there, a better looking spot removal. Just to give you another example of how it replaces the texture rather than the color, is we can make that look rather freaky over there, just to give you an idea. Again, you can play around with the feather and the opacity as well. But these tools are very useful, especially if you have dirt on your sensor, things like that. If you want to, say for example over here, if you want to clean up some spots there, you can just go through and just click away to your heart's content. And at any time you can change where it's actually selected. Again, you know, if you leave that with a hard edge, actually hasn't shown up too badly there, but sometimes you will get an unsightly circle, so it's good to have a bit of feather in there. And at any time, again, you can just click on these and you can delete them or readjust them like so. Okay, the other option we have here is the red eye correction tool that we want to touch on today. So if we click on that, here it says we can drag from the center of the eye or click to use current size. So basically what we want to do is we find our image with the red eye here, click in the center of the eye, and we can drag it out to any size we need. and it will then correct that red eye. Now there are a couple of adjustments you can do in here. You can increase or decrease the pupil size, and you can darken or lighten the correction as well. Obviously you want to do this reasonably sparingly, and adjust it to perhaps someone else in the image who doesn't have red eye. Adjust it to what's going on there. So let's look at the other eye now. Again, click in the middle, drag it out as much as you need, let it do its thing, and then adjust that as you see fit. It's not something I tend to use all that much. I try not to have red eye in my images, but it is a useful tool if you've got, say, some wedding photos you've taken that unavoidably you need them in your selection and they have some red eye. It's a good little tool to help adjust for that. So that's it for this video. Hope you've learned something. If you enjoyed this, please take a look at photographyquestions.com, and if you're looking at getting Lightroom for yourself, you can go to the resources page at photographyquestions.com, and there's an affiliate link there you can click on, and that'll help us out. So thanks very much for watching, and stay tuned for the next video. Cheers.